the latest work snowflake. You're not prepared for this. Watch this, and I'll break it down next. Here we go.
So I just got yelled at for asking a very reasonable question. So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time, And then the person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else, and then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist, and if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job. Provided you're trying your absolute best. And then they're like, your stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace. And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time, when there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that, yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled. And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system? And then to think I'm entitled. No, if people think it's okay to treat others like this, that's entitlement.
And there it is from the mouth of babes. Not wisdom, but complete and utter nonsense. Time blindness? Time blindness. Now, this is the result of creating phrases for everything. You know where it started? Imposter syndrome. Stupid stuff like that. Now, it's just doubt. Can we stop with all the phrases? You know what's happened? We've created a condition for everything. That's why people came up with the phrase imposter syndrome. You're not dealing with imposter syndrome. You're dealing with doubt that makes you a human being. Well, number one, you're not an imposter, and I promise you this, you don't have a syndrome. Now we've got time blindness this little snowflake has come up with. Now here's the entitlement and the craziness in this. She goes on TikTok, this thing is blown up. And let me tell you something. There are a lot of comments that are against this and just railing against this poor child. And I mean this with some empathy. She was not raised properly. She thinks that being late and tardy should be okay because she struggles with time blindness. That doesn't even make sense. You realize you break that down. Okay, I'm a little bit late a lot because I'm blind to time. That means you'd never show up anywhere. That means you'd literally stay in one location. So first of all, that makes no sense. Secondly, the sheer arrogance that people have developed to say, I have a weakness here. You need to accept my weakness unilaterally. This young girl is saying, I have a hard time coming to work on time, and I think instead of you holding me accountable and responsible for it, you need to understand me, and we need to come up with some other solutions. Notice she didn't offer what the solution would be. I would have loved to interview her and say, what is the other solution between them holding you accountable? What's the solution? Well, I'm curious. There is no solution. And this is what is going on when we treat our kids in a way that protects them from feeling bad. It creates this kind of nonsense. See, we, as parents, have too long been focused on helping our kids to feel good instead of teaching them how to do good. I got news for you. You teach a person how to do good, it feels really freaking fantastic. But when you teach a kid how to feel good all the time, you end up with this kind of crap. I struggle with being on time. It's time blindness, and I need you to give me special accommodations. Take your accommodations and shove them.